Welcome to Macrame. Here I am creating this potli bag, which is actually a bottle bag as well. So to create this bag, I have cut 6 cords of 3 meter length, and I am going to create the star knot first of all. So fold all 6 cords into half, and just to heads up, as it is visible, it is a twisted cord of 3 mm length, 3 mm thickness. Okay, so I folded the cord into half, all of them, and I'm going to put them in a pattern. As you can see, all the loop goes through into one another. So the first loop goes through one. Now I'm bringing this first cord to this side, and now I'm going to take another and then bring through this loop. So basically all the loopy parts only goes through. So I'm then taking another loopy part and bringing it through this loop and do the same. So we're going to use all the 6 cords, and on the end one we're going to put the end of the first loopy cord. So here you can see I am bringing the end of the first cords end through the fifth one, and I'm now going to pull all the cords like this, and then this will settle down to a knot once you so basically keep pulling all the ends. So here you can see this star knot here. Now what I'm going to do, again take 6 cords of 3 meter length and fold them into half and put them on under the pair of cords. Here you can see all the all 6 pairs are there. So we're going to create a square knot just like this one around all the 6 pairs. Here you can see one round is completed. So what I'm going to do now is create a square knot. Okay, to create the square knot, what we've done, take 4 cords or 2 cords from one square knot and 2 cords from another square knot. That's how we will create with the alternate cords. So there will be 6 square knot because we have already created 6. So we're going to use alternate cords from the knots and then create 6 square knots around this first round of square knot. So this is going to be the second round, and there will be 6 square knots again. Okay, so here after the second round of the square knot, what I'm doing, I'm taking one cord from each square knots, like side by side square knots sides, and keeping them as a middle cord, and then I'm taking another 3 meter cord and putting it under those two cords and making a square knot as I've just created. And then I'm going to leave two middle cords of the second layer of the square knots on both sides, and then there will be two side cords from each square knot, and we will be creating another square knot similarly. So basically adding a new cord and creating a new square knot just like this one. I'm going to continue doing the same around this. So on the third line again there will be 6 square knots, and I will be adding 6 more 3-meter long cords here. Okay, so this is going to be the last square knot on the third round. On the next round, I'm not going to add any cord, and I'll be creating the square knot without adding cords. So basically here on the next line, just keeping the two cords in as middle cords which we left on the third line, we're going to use them as a middle cord and create a square knot with the side cords of the third round of the square knots. So it is basically the same pattern, just without adding cords. And then in this line as well, or in the fourth round as well, where there are going to be these 6 square knots. Okay, so now we have 28 cords in total around the circle. Okay, so I have separated the cords in half and half, and I'm going to take 4 cords and create a pattern, start creating a different pattern. Okay, so here I'm taking these 2 cords and I'm going to tie half hitch knot alternatively. So basically I've tied the half hitch knot on one cord, and I am now keeping this the other way around. So here you can see I have tied 3 double hitch knot, single hitch knot, and I'm going to do the same with another pair of cords which are next to this one, and then I will be joining these two together to create a V pattern, and then I'll be creating this V pattern around this whole round. Okay, so here I'm joining the two using 2 middle cords. So you can see I am creating the same alternative cords, alternative knots which I done. So alternating hitch knot I say to this one, while there are different names added. So here I have created 3 alternating hitch knots, and which so I have used 2 middle cords to create that, and then it has made a V pattern, and now again we have a V pattern around it. So we will be creating another layer of the V pattern. Okay, so I'm going to keep making this around the whole circle, and then we will be making next layer of it. Okay, so to finish the round here, you can see how I am finishing the round of this layer. I'm creating exactly the same pattern. Okay, so here you can see it is the first layer round is done, and I'm going to create the similarly two more layers with the same knots. So basically we're creating three alternating knots, alternating hitch knots using two cords, and then we are adding them using the same, so that helps us to create the next round. So here we're creating the second and third round as well, but the end of the third round we will be completing after this whole round thing, or you can do it now. Okay, so basically I'm just going to show you how am I going to complete the rounds for 4 or 5 layers. I'm going to complete at least 6 layers of. because here we have completed 3 rounds, and the lines for the 4th round is also done. So I'm going to complete the 4th round next, and as we complete the 4th round, we start making the next part of the 5th round as well. It happens on every round. So here you can see I am creating the V part, as well as I'm creating the next or the 5th rounds layer. But in this layer you can see, or if you notice, I have started making uh, 4 to 5 hitch knots, alternative hitch knots, which I have done right now here, and I'm going to do exactly the same for the 5th, 6th round as well, and then 7th, 8th round as well. So you can see I have already completed 5 to 6 rounds, but I haven't closed the ends. So I'm just going to show you how I am closing the end, and then that will be the baggy part or the net part for the bag for our this bag tutorial, and then we were going to make the handle part. Okay, so here we have 10 pairs of the square of the chords basically. So these 10 lines we have. So I'm going to keep 5 and 5 on both sides, and then I'm going to make a pair of the square knots. I'm going to use a pair and then create a square knots basically. So on each side. So here you can see I've taken 2 pairs, and then I'm creating square knots. So I'm going to make 5 square knots, or a pair of, like, if you are making complete square knot, then 4 square knots. So you can see I have only created 2.5, but I'm going to complete 4 total square knots in all 4 ones, and then I'll be adding. So here you can see I have completed 4 square knots. Then I'm going to on both sides, but there are two pair left because they cannot be on one side, otherwise it will be imbalanced. So I'm going to add another cord of a meter here, you can see, and I have added as side chords. So I am making square knots out of the new chords here. So I have use 1 meter length cord here and make a square knots on top of the pairs, and again make 4 square knots. So you can see I have completed all 5 lines on both sides, and I've also added on 5. I've joined all 5 and then added a D-ring. I'm going to show you the same thing. So here you can see I'm leaving at least 2 inches length of after the square knots, and then I'm bringing all the cords through the D-ring, and this D-ring is almost of 1 inches, and then I'm going to make wrapping knot. For the wrapping knot, again I'll be using 1 meter length cord here. So bring the top part of the D-ring, because we will be using it for the clasp. So keep it to the upside, and yeah, now start making a wrapping knot using 1 meter cord here. Once you complete the wrapping knot, cut all the extra edges, and then the potli bag or the bottle bag is ready. And now I'm going to create the this sling to make it as, or to hang this bag as a sling, cross side belt. So for the belt, again I am using 3 meter length cords. So and I've also used two clasps for the hanging part or the belt. So let's have the cords. Here I have three cords, you can see, and adding them. I'm trying to add them into the clasp, and these three cords are of 3 meter length. So here you can see I am adding the cords using luckhead knots. So what I've done, because I don't want to keep it so thin, so I am just folding these end in to 3 inches, and then I am just adding them like this, and then I'm now going to make a wrapping knot again. So this time I am using a half a meter long cord for the wrapping knot, or you can do 30 centimeter as well. 30 centimeter will work as well. So this is how I just created the wrapping knot. Once the knot is done, I'm going to create the belt parts. For the belt part, I have made a 3 cord belt. Basically it is a braid, which is very common for hair braiding. Here you can see I've started creating the braid, same like braiding hair. So you can see I have just created, and now we are at the end almost. So I'm just going to keep creating it until the end, and then and make a double hitch knot so that we can cover all the deep part on the clasp. Okay, now I'm just simply going to make another wrapping knot at the end, and then we will be done with the belt as well as the bag. So here we go, and we will be showing you the bag soon, and hope you like this tutorial. And it is quite easy, not so difficult if you get the hang of the knot, and it does look very pretty. It can be made with the two color cords, which might look prettier, I'm guessing. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you like the tutorial. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.